Welcome to Dwyer Field, Comet sports fans, for this GMC home opener as the Oak Hills Highlanders come into Dwyer Field to take on your Mason Comets. I'm Daniel Panetti here with my good friend Braden Johansson for tonight's broadcast. And Braden, the Comets coming into this game 0-2 versus the Highlanders, also coming off of a loss. They're looking to get into the win column tonight.
I mean, it's always huge to get your first win of the season. What better place to do it than your home opener? Good night for the Comets to get that started. Mason being undefeated against Oak Hill since 2013. But to win again today, they're going to have to silence a couple star players such as Max Rhodes. We got their top running back and their punter, as well as a big hitter on defense, who is fourth in the GMC in tackles. So he's going to be a big key for Oak Hills today if they're going to try and win, and a big silencer for Mason if they're going to want to get this done.
Wind is crazy tonight, so the Comets going to have a holder for this kickoff. Comets get ready for this kickoff. Gogol is back, and it will be off.
Way through the end zone.
It'll be a touchback, and out comes this Oak Hills offense, led by this junior quarterback, Brady Corman. And Braden, we go back to last year. It was a different offense for this Oak Hills team, but the Comets picked off the Highlanders 5 times. Most of those guys on defense being graduated. One of them being Preston Estoesta, the star safety for this Comet team. So, like you said, the Comets want to start out flaming hot on defense if they're going to want to come out with a win tonight. We talked to Coach McCullough in our Comet Sports Talk episode. Our friend Trevor Rose, able to supply that interview, said they know Oak Hills is going to come out with some trick plays. So let's see how long that takes.
And we talk about the passing game with 5 interceptions last year. We got a quarterback named Brady Corman for Oak Hills today. 285 passing yards on the season, already one of the GMC's top passers. 50% completion rate. See if he can keep up that little hot streak going.
So they will line up in the shotgun, multiple receivers to the left side. Comets running a 4-front. He'll motion his man to the right side, sends him back. And it's going to be a play action on the first play. Coleman rolls out to his right side, and it's caught. And he's going to have some room, and needs a huge hit.
Sideline fired up on that one. That gets a little momentum started for Mason right there, even though first time for Oak Hills.
It looks like Alex Brown for the Comets. It was number 7, Sifu Mikawanzia, on the Jets, or on the play action. So first down play for Oak Hills.
It's a good first play for Oak Hills. I mean, you don't always want to go for a first down on the first play, but that screen wasn't really designed to get that much yardage. But, I mean, a little green grass for him, and he ended up with a little 12-yard run.
So on that carry, it goes to Rhodes, and he'll get just about a couple. He's brought down by a bunch of Comets, including Noah Dowers.
Huge part of the game today for the Comets. Going to need to stuff all the runs at the line.
Yeah, the Comets pretty much lost last week to East because of those huge run plays. So, Coach McCullough was really firing that into the heads of this defense. Second down, Corman in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. Somewhat of a high snap. Has a clean pocket. He's going to roll out to his right side. Defender's chasing him. He's going to launch it down the right side. And
Comet sideline saying no good. Didn't look like he got a foot on there. Looks like the refs are going to conference on this one.
It looks like it's probably going to be a catch. That was Max Soup on the catch. This by the best receiver on this Highlander team. Top 5 in the GMC so far this season. So that's going to make it.
Keeping a stat line going there, 16 yards per catch on the season for him, and he did not bring that down right there.
Yeah, he had an 80-yard touchdown in their first week win versus Turpin, in a game where this Highlander offense put up 34 points. So after the catch, it will be first down. A lot of multiple receiver looks for the Highlanders so far. 2 on the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. Comets playing a bit of a pressing defense. The shotgun. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it himself, and he's brought down. And the ball's on the ground. Comets say they have it. Let's wait it. And it's going.
The ball is going the other way.
It's Comet football. Alex Brown comes up with the ball, the junior captain, and the Comets. Huge way to start the game tonight.
That's the huge risky run, running a quarterback. Want to run a little option there. QB took it himself, tried to go through the middle, met by 3 Comets, just couldn't hold on to it.
So now we'll see this Comet offense out for the first time tonight. Looked much better than they did last week. It'll be Ashton Schaaf with Temi Adesanya in the backfield. Schaaf awaits the snap. He's going to hand it off to Adesanya, right side, and he's brought down immediately by a bunch of Highlander defenders. Gerard Harper, the sophomore defensive lineman, has been having a great season. He was in there. And Braden, we look at this Comet team last week. They ran the ball almost over 40 times. Temi Adesanya had 25 carries. Comets were, working him all game. And then Ashton Schaaf, the first time that we saw him use his legs a lot last game, he ran the ball about 15 times. It looks like the Comets are trying to use that to get their offense to move. Shotgun. Trips to the left, Adesanya to the left of Schaaf. Schaaf is going to be a screen to the left side to Brandon Dunn. Brandon Dunn gets tripped up at the 50.
Got slowed down a little bit by his own guy there.
It was Anthony Young, the defensive back there, in on the tackle. So the Comets find themselves in a 3rd and somewhat long. It'd be about 3rd and 5, and Braden, you wonder if we go back to the legs of Ashton Schaaf here. It's how the Comets went 4 for 6 on 4th down last week, only 5 for 17 on 3rd. Schaaf in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Adesanya, and he's met immediately in the backfield.
Just not working on this drive. Going to end up going 4 and out here if they go with a punt.
It'll be a 3 and out. It's number 46, Fletcher Kenlow, the sophomore again. A pretty young defense for the Highlander team. Sorry, Kenkill, the last name. So Comets come on the punt. Kaiser Wilhelm there, and it'll be Anthony Young to return. Punt is off, has a good amount of room, and it's just going to be a fair catch. He takes it at about the 6. So Braden, 1 drive down for the Comets. What did you see, and how can they come back? Just great defensive drive, but the offense just looked pretty shaky.
I mean, it's been a cold start for Mason this year. Not really exploding down the field for much. 5 yards on that drive, not going to be able to do much with that. This year, they've been spreading the wealth between air and ground. I mean, they just got to find something that works for them and stick with it, because what they're doing right now is just not getting them yardage.
Yeah, and last week versus East, Comets gave up a touchdown early, and they took the ball all the way downfield on their first drive to make it 7-3. So a very different start on both sides. But the Comets here, great field position for the defense. Ball spotted at the 7. Corman in the shotgun with the running back behind him. And it's going to be a play action in the end zone. He's going to roll out to his right. Comet defender's chasing him, and he's going to be brought down
at the 4. He'll be sacked for a loss of 4 yards. Just another roll for the Comets defense, getting them closer to the end zone. A little bit of danger for Oak Hills right here.
There's Noah Dowers there on the sack. Huge play on first down for this Comet defense.
I mean, you got to hope at some point that this defense just sparks something out of the offense, because they're doing all that they can right now.
So 2nd and even longer for this Highlander offense, likely to just give it to Max Rhodes, their running back, trying to get out of here, and that's what they're going to do. Rhodes tries to reverse field, and he's going to be brought down at the 1. This Comet defense has came to play tonight.
Sack for a loss, rush for a loss, ends them at their own 1-yard line, looking to avoid the safety any way possible at this point.
This first down marker is at about the 18-yard line. The Highlanders up right against their end zone. The Comets with a chance. I mean, you look at last season in the Comet home opener versus Gahanna Lincoln, they were able to get a safety in that game. So maybe it's something about home openers and this defense really coming to play. 3rd and forever for this Highlander offense. It's going to be another handoff to Rhodes. Won't be a safety, but he gets brought down. still moving, and he's going to be brought down around the 6. A helmet comes off. So it'll be a 3 and out for this Highlander offense. Not much better than their first, and looks like the Comets are going to get another shot on offense with a chance at some really good field position.
Need a little bit of a good punt return here, but I mean, with what the defense did, you're already starting on your own, or on the Oak Hills turf, it looks like here.
Yeah, unless you have a huge punt here if you're Oak Hills, but right now, in a spot like this, your main priority is just to get the punt off, because if the Comets deflect it, it's likely going for points. It's a pretty bad punt. It bounces at the 28, rolls to about the 32, and that is not what Oak Hills needed, but it's perfect for the Comets as they will start this second drive at the Oak Hills 32, only about a first down and a half maybe from field goal range.
Great first 2 drives from the defense. Let's see if the offense just needed a drive to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, and you wonder if this offense might try and be a little more creative. We saw 2 runs with Adesanya and a screen pass to Brandon Dunn. It was kind of the same formula the Comets used last week. So we'll see if Coach Kassler can draw something up new. The loss of Coach Little puts Kassler in the spot of calling plays this year. Motions man to his right. Schaaf is going to keep it himself. Play action. He's going to run up to the left side. Has some room. 25-20. And he gets out of bounds at about the 16. And it's going to be a first down for the Comets. Great play there from the senior quarterback.
And now our quarterback is the only one with positive rushing yardage so far this game.
We saw Schaaf last week using his legs to create a bunch of drives for the Comets. It's how they put together that touchdown drive, capped off by a 3-yard run from Temi Adesanya. So Schaaf somewhat becoming a dual threat of a quarterback. First down at about the 18 or 19-yard line. It's going to be another play action. Throws it over the middle, has his man, and it's caught. Touchdown! Miller Reed gets the Comets on the board. And the black hole erupts, and Dwyer Field is loud as the Comets strike first.
I mean, defense must have shot something into this offense because they came back with a vengeance right there.
Huge second drive from the Comets. Ashton Schaaf definitely had that defense fooled. After doing it with his legs, he does it with his arm. This junior kicker Max Gokel will come on for the extra point. We wait the snap. He's been perfect all year, and that kick is up, and that kick is good. Comets up 7-0 here as we have about 5 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Braden, you look at these 2 drives, offense and defense, you're really pleased with what you're seeing from these Comets.
Yeah, I mean, Black Hole's got to be proud of that. They wanted to see something in this home opener, more of them showing up, and they got something to see within the first couple of minutes. Just great defensive drives and then a touchdown in the first 2.
Yeah, so the Comets up 7-0. We look back, the Comets, we're still in the first quarter, but just to mention, they will get the kickoff once the second half does come around. We talked about this black hole, Braden, a blackout for these Comet fans. They showed out immensely at Lakota East last week. Shows how dedicated that this student base is for their football team.
Yeah, one thing about the Black Hole, they'll show up to any game no matter where it was. We had a presence even at Gahanna Lincoln.
Yeah, this team, they travel just like their players. So the Comets up 7-0. Here, like we mentioned, a little over 5.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Gokel will be there for the kickoff. Runs up, and it's going to be a whistle.
The wind will knock that one off the tee.
Falls off the tee again, so looks like the Comets are going to have to get a holder once more. So we start to get closer to fall, Braden. The wind is definitely starting to pick up.
Still having a little trouble with that ball down there.
Gokel will try for a second time. Kick is off, and it's clean, and that ball is all the way through the back of the end zone. It'll be another touchback. You look at the leg of this junior kicker, Max Gokel, has the potential to be maybe the best kicker in the GMC. He started as a sophomore last year, and he has been electric. So this Highlander offense will come back out for a third time. And Braden, we mentioned, last week the Highlander offense did not rush for positive yards. It was -10 at the end of the game, and so far it hasn't been much better. They're just looking for anything to get some momentum to go their way.
Yeah, you saw their passing game in the first drive, and you wonder why they kind of grew away from that a little bit as they go to a pitch again.
Jets to the left side, and a nice tackle on that left side of the field. It's going to be Amin Garrett, the senior cornerback, on that one-on-one tackle.
Just 2 yards off that one.
It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, offensively they got 3 times as many yards as they do rushing with the game in the air. So you wonder why they're not going to the arm of their quarterback.
In the shotgun once more. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Rhodes is going to get a little bit on 2nd down, but that'll make it about 3rd and medium. We talked about this running game. It's a lot like the Comets last year in their running back, Temi Adesanya. Adesanya didn't start out last year as a running back. He was a linebacker, and they moved him to running back, and like what they saw, it was the same thing with Max Rhodes. Max Rhodes, one of the top running back, or one of the top linebackers in the GMC. They moved him to running back. So kind of the same thing as Mason.
Yeah, Max Rhodes, GMC leader in sacks and top 5 in tackles. It's going good for him to start the season on both sides of the ball.
Left side incomplete. So this Highlander offense has not been able to get anything go their way, as the Comets will already get their 3rd drive of the game, and we're still in the 1st quarter.
Mason doing a great job of keeping Oak Hills out of their territory.
The Highlanders have not been in Comet territory. I think their first drive they were at about midfield. Other than that, it's been all Comets on the defensive side. Wilhelm will be back to receive the punt. He's going to call for a fair catch, and he catches it at about the 48. This Comet offense will come back on once more. Braden, we look at that last drive. Great starting field position, and it took a run from Ashton Schaaf and a throw from Ashton Schaaf to his new tight end Miller Reed to put this Comet team up quickly.
Yeah, when you're that close to the end zone on the final play, finding your tight end breaking free up the middle, I mean, not much better to get yourself a touchdown.
Yeah, 2 guys kind of in the same spot as Miller Reed, and I think Brandon Dunn there in the end zone. So we'll see if the Comets can make it a 2-possession game. It's going to be a handoff to Gavin McDaniel, and McDaniel
get about 2 yards on that one.
Yeah, not much. The Comets like to kind of interchange these running backs, McDaniel and Adesanya.
Look at Oak Hill's defense. They're allowing almost 500 yards per game. So, I mean, looking at that, you see Mason's offense hasn't been as productive this year, but against a defense like this, very good opportunity to get yourself on a roll.
Adesanya is still on the sideline, so it'll be Gavin McDaniel in the backfield once again. Reed goes in motion to the right side. Schaaf is going to take it. He rolls out to the right. Being chased by some defenders, and he's going to go down. Ashton Schaaf is sacked. It's number 11, Julian Harris.
Loss of 5 there with 13 yards to make up on 3rd down.
So the Comets, looks like they're going to have to go back to the arm of Schaaf. And that's kind of that's the passing style that the Comets like to run, is that, catch immediately and roll out to the side. But you wonder if they go back to what they did on that touchdown earlier. Schaaf, he had a pretty clean pocket. So now it's going to be 3rd down and about 13 for the Comets. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. McDaniel still in the backfield. Schaaf has a lot of time in the pocket, throws it over the middle, and it's caught at about the 45. It's going to be caught by C.J. Kastner. It won't be enough for the 1st down. We'll see if the Comets bring on the punt team, and they will. The punt team will come on as the Comets look like they're going to try and pin the Highlanders back like they did a couple drives ago.
Kaiser Wilhelm, great leg on him. You get a punt from him, you're easily sending it 40, 50 yards.
Yeah, think about a punt like this. You can't let it go into the end zone. Wilhelm has been great this year on punts and almost looked like a fake. It is a great punt, and it takes a Comet bounce, and it is picked up by McDaniel at about the 7. So once more, the Highlanders are going to start right up against their end zone.
Perfect backspin on that punt there. With the wind here today blowing towards that end zone, you had to be careful that you're not going to send it in there. Little bounce at the 4, sent it to the 7, down.
So this Highlander offense will come back once again. We mentioned it last drive. They're just looking for anything to keep their drives going. Look at the quarterback Corman. He throws for about 150 per game. But we mentioned when you can't get a run game to go, 150 yards isn't going to cut it.
Yeah, no first down since your first drive. Kind of hard to be productive with that. So 2 3-and-outs in a row for Oak Hills.
Just a little over 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. High snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper once again. And he goes nowhere. Bunch of Comet defenders right there.
Gave that a little time to try and trust the quarterback keeper again. Second and 9 here for Oak Hills at around the 8 for them. And with so many rushes for just 1-2 yards, you kind of start to wonder if they're ever going to go to the arm again. Need to get something going throughout the air because the run game just isn't working right now.
Second down. It's going to be another one, and it's going to go to the left side. It's going to be a forward pass, and it's incomplete. We look at this Highlander offense. They've been putting Max Soup, the wide receiver, out in kind of that wildcat formation instead of Corman. And there he tries to throw it, just doesn't go anywhere. So the Highlanders trying to mix stuff up on offense, but this Comet defense has just been right there. It'll be 3rd and long once again for this Highlander offense.
Another hold for the Comets would be huge. They'd be starting yet again in their own territory, trying to score again.
Corman will check back in at quarterback. 4 receivers to the left side. He brings Soup in motion. He's going to drop back, looks to the left side, and it's caught, and it's going to be brought down. A great tackle. Preston Estoesta, the star safety for this Comet defense, is going to force that 4th down. Braden, I mean, is there anything you can say bad about this Comet defense so far? After a bit of a disappointing game last week, they've shown out.
Yeah, I mean, this is not an identical Comet defense to what we've seen in these first 2 games, usually allowing nearly 300 yards per game. I'd wager to say they haven't even let up 50 this one.
Wilhelm, a nice attempt. Ball almost came out. It'll be down at about the 34, so the Comets kind of have the same field position they did on that touchdown drive. They're looking to make this thing a 2-possession game now. We reach 41 seconds left here in the first quarter. And this quarter, it has been all Mason Comets.
Yeah, if you're a Comets fan, this quarter's just zooming by. You're having a great time watching this defense work and a little bit of offensive production to go with it.
Adesanya will be there in the backfield. 2 receivers to Shafe's left, 1 at the top of your screen. Comets like to hand it off on first down. Adesanya, they do it that time, and he breaks some tackles, and he's into the right side. Or no, Shafe kept it. My apologies. It's tackled by Max Rhodes. It's going to be a 1st down.
Comets loving going with the option a little bit today. I like to see it. Getting a bunch of yards off of that.
You know, as an announcer, it's a little hard to sometimes keep up with some of those read options.
They even fooled you there.
They usually do. The Comets move the chains with the legs of Ashton Shafe. That's how these drives. The last 2 games have been really rolling. Teams are so focused on Temi Adesanya, the big back, they forget about Shafe. Yeah, same formation. Play action. Has time in the pocket. Fires right side. Contested coverage, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, if you watch this,
there's a flag down. It looks like we might get PI.
watching the Oak Hill defense, every time that you think they see a run up the middle, they're always pinching the middle. So it looks like Mason kind of saw to that a little bit, had Schaaf pull out and run to the right.
We await the call. It'll be holding against Oak Hills. That'll move the sticks. And that's a penalty that you cannot have if you're Oak Hills, giving the Comets even more leeway on offense. Kind of a bit of a contested ball, maybe not the best read from Schaaf, but it does force the flag. It's a 10-yard penalty, and we will move up to the 11. And the Comets, once again in the red zone, they're looking to strike. Still able to get another first down if they can get to the 1-yard line. Schaaf in the backfield with Adesanya behind him. Trips to the left, he motions one man to the right. It's going to be play action. Schaaf rolls to his left, gets it out, and it's caught. And does hold on to it, but he won't get much. That's Tristan Newhouse, the junior. Or no, it looks like he might have dropped it.
Spotting the ball and having a little conference right here. They're saying he held on to it, I believe.
Yeah, so that'll do it here for the first quarter from Dwyer Field. Comets up 7-0. Make sure you stay tuned here for more on Mason Sports Radio. So we are back here for the second quarter. That pass incomplete. Looking for Adesanya there. That'll make it 3rd and 7 for this Comet offense. In field goal range for Max Gogol. We know that they're wanting to punch it in for 6.
I mean, making it a 2-possession game at this point already would be huge for Mason.
Absolutely. So 3rd and a little longer than medium for this Comet offense. Adesanya will line up to Schaaf's right. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. 3rd down. Schaaf's going to roll out to his right, throws it right side. It's caught. Miller Reed has a couple guys to beat, but he's going to be tackled at about the 1 or the 2.
4th and 1 here. Interesting decision to be made here to see what the Comets go with.
Yeah, they're not going to give him the 4th down. You got to think the Comets keep the offense on the field here.
I mean, the way Schaaf's running it, he's commanding the air and the ground right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see a play involving him running.
Comets bring some of their big boys on to try and stack this offensive line. It's a hammer formation. We saw this a couple times. You're going to hand it off to that big running back, number 5, Temi Adesanya, and punch it in right here. 4th down. Comets hand it off to Adesanya, dives in, and he's in for the 2nd touchdown from this Comet offense. That makes it 13 unanswered. Temi Adesanya with another touchdown. It's 2-2 games, and the Comets up 13-0.
Comets up huge already. 2-possession game, 2 touchdowns, and they are holding it on defense.
Yes, you gotta love what you're seeing from this Comet offense. Gokul will come on to make it a 14-0 game. Brendan Dunn will be the holder. So far, 1 for 1 on these kicks. And we're going to get a whistle. Kick would have been good. Penalty flag does come out. It's going to be offsides. Now you wonder with an offsides like that if the Comets potentially try and go for two, but it looks like they're just going to...
Starting from the one, could run the same play again, see if it works twice.
Absolutely. Comets thinking about it, looking towards the sideline. I think they're just going to keep this. Penalties decline, so the kick is good. That'll make it 14-0, if I believe. That was a dead ball penalty. A little different than regular offense and defense, so we'll try this kick one more time. Good snap, good hold, and good kick.
Over the band behind the field goal.
Comets will make it 14-0. So we look, 10 minutes, 59 seconds left here in the second quarter. So far, Braden, you know, it feels like we've been kind of rinsing and repeating the same things, but it's been all Mason Comets.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to be making my season debut here, joining you here. I'm having a great time watching this Comets defense in person for the first time.
Yeah, these first broadcasts of the year, you like to see your team coming on top. Comets got to hold it, though. We know that this Oak Hills team, if they get into a rhythm, can be capable of making things happen. Very good night for football here. Looks like a bit of a rain scare at the beginning of the game. 71 degrees right now. Feels a little less than that. We mentioned it earlier, Braden. It finally seems like we're starting to get that fall weather, which only means one thing: football season.
It does. And kicking against the wind now, so we'll see if Go can send it out past the end zone.
It's going to be an onside kick, but it's recovered by Oak Hill. So the Comets try and catch the Highlanders off guard, except it doesn't work.
Caught me off guard. So Comets giving up a little bit of field advantage here. Starting off at the 46, the Highlanders. And maybe their first opportunity to get into Comet territory this game. Comets must be pretty confident that they're able to hold them again.
Yeah, it was Trent McHenry on the recovery, the sophomore. So let's see if the Highlanders can make any adjustments after a abysmal first quarter of offense. Corman, he's going to get it out to Soup on the right side. Breaks a couple tackles. Still on his feet. Ball's out. It's coming.
It's ball again. Onside kick didn't work. They'll just take it back on the next play after. Second fumble recovery of the game for the Comets. Just an absolute masterpiece of defense thus far.
2 turnovers now for this Comet defense as they are just rolling in this home opener. All you can say is, how about them Comets this first half? So the Comet offense will come back on 2-touchdown lead. It's 14-0. Schaaf will come back on. And the Comets would love to make this a 3-possession game before halftime. You're kind of at a point where you can just kind of try and stuff your running back, whether it's Gavin McDaniel or Temi Adesanya. It's going to be a handoff to the right side, and he's going to be brought down. So a gain of not much.
He'll actually be taken back down for a loss there, stuffed at the 48. Got 2nd and 12 here.
That was Brandon Birdsong, the sophomore running back. Loss of 3. Comets sets their 3rd new running back, or I guess you could probably say 4th running back of the day if you count Ashton Schaaf, the quarterback, the way he's been running. So 2nd and a little longer for this Comet offense. Schaaf in the shotgun, 1 receiver at the bottom of your screen, 2 at the top. He's going to drop back, has a clean pocket. He's going to step up to the right side, launches it downfield.
That was taken in!
And it's caught for a first down.
Ethan Jordan, huge gain for the Comets, put him in the red zone.
Huge play for Mason as they move the chains and some.
One thing we're loving to see from the Comets here, they're keeping the foot on the accelerator, not letting off, just keep making explosive plays.
First down's going to go to the left side, and he's not. Shafe's going to get about 6 or 7, it looks like.
Flag thrown on the play, holding on Comets.
And I think that's the first offensive penalty that we've seen from this Mason offense so far tonight. Those holding calls you never want to have, but at least if you can keep them in check, can really help you out as a team. So now it's going to force the Comets to probably put the ball in the air again.
Take it back to the 26-yard line.
First and 20 for the Comets here. See what they're plotting and scheming here.
Comets break the huddle. 3 receivers go out to the left side. Shafe in the shotgun. He's going to take it, rolls out to the left side. It's going to be a reverse handoff up the middle, and he has some room, gets down to about the 16, and that's Brandon Birdsong once more. He's been getting a lot of usage on this drive. The Comets probably trying to rest some of their starters, Adesanya and McDaniel. The sophomore running back. So far, you're liking what you're seeing from him, and definitely showing some elusiveness that he has.
Yeah, explosive sophomore. Only a 130-pound frame, but he's making it work out there, just flying around the field. Big gain there.
Birdsong will stay in the game. Shafe in the shotgun. It's going to be play action. Has time. Looks over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Was looking for Newhouse in the end zone. Safety almost jumps it.
Still even not coming up with the interception. That's a huge deflection. Kane Powell setting up downfield and keeping him out of the end zone. That's huge for Oak Hills.
Yeah, Kane Powell already has a pick 6 on the year. Didn't want to make that his second interception there. Comets catch a bit of a break because it looked like, he had the momentum when he was running up on it. That could have been bad for the Comets.
Yeah, that would have been an impressive pick 6 right there if that happened.
Instead, it'll be 3rd down for this Comet team. This is the most that we've seen Shafe really be somewhat of a pocket passer. Newhouse moves out to the left side, and we're going to get a whistle before. It's going to be a timeout, Comets. So, Braden, we look now. It's 3rd down. Pretty much you're in the red zone. You're at about the 16-yard line. What are you looking for here?
I mean, you don't need to go for too much. Don't need to risk it with a huge pass in the air, leave it up too long, risk an interception. I mean, get yourself a little better field position. If you can get a first down, great. But, I mean, another field goal makes a 3-possession game, and that's huge already in the second quarter.
You look at that first down marker at about the 6-yard line. So Comets a chance to regroup and try and, like you said, make this 3 possessions. Can make it 3 on a touchdown or a field goal, and they will get ball at half. We look at how much time left, 8 minutes, 34 seconds.
And one of the big separators in this game, Mason's time of possession. They've had the ball so much longer than Oak Hills has.
Yeah, that was last week against East as well. The Comets love to drain as much clock as they can, and it's what makes the teams that aren't super impressive on paper make these sneaky runs. So Shafe, 3rd down, looks in the pocket, has time. It's going to be rushed. Did not have time.
And
he goes down. Max Rhodes, the junior linebacker, we've talked about him a good bit tonight, is going to put an end to this Comet drive. Kind of came in untouched. So we'll
Max
see
Gogol will come on for the about 40-yard try here.
This will be a
40-yard
40-yard field goal. This will be the longest from Gokul this year.
4th attempt on the year for Gogol.
Dunn, the holder. We wait to snap. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is up, and it is
Wide left.
Wide left. Now, for you Ohio State fans watching, you know a lot about wide left, as the Comets drive doesn't go to much there. It'll bring this defense back out.
Yeah, might have touched a raw wound there. Still healing from some Ohio State fans. I know a lot of people that would hate hearing that.
This Highlander offense will come out once again. Just trying to make something happen.
Gogol, usually automatic out on the field, just a 40-yard try there, but I mean, first windy night of the season, honestly, and a little bit of a deep kick there might have gotten to him.
Yeah, you know he has the leg for it, just didn't have the accuracy that time. Corman is going to take it himself to the right side, looks to throw, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Once again, this Comet defense has been stellar. John Hendricks there on the tackle, the junior defensive lineman, as all of these Comet defenders getting involved here tonight.
Tackling for loss, huge separator for the Comets. I mean, keeping it out of range to get a first down on a single play, just getting them further and further away from it and just getting the ball back.
So 2nd and about 11, not a huge loss for the Highlanders. Empty look for Corman. He's going to motion a running back in. It's going to be a handoff to Soup and nothing.
Yet again, a tackle for loss.
Noah Dowers has been, just like many of these Comet defenders everywhere, had that sack earlier right up against the Highlander 2. That time he's in there for another tackle for loss. 3rd and 13 for these Highlanders. And Braden, you got to think that they try and put the ball in the air.
Yeah, Oak Hills keeps finding themselves in these situations, and then their pocket just ends up collapsing before you can get anyone downfield enough for that first down.
Corman in the shotgun. Will drop back. Getting rushed. Rolls out to the right side. Fires it, and it's caught. Will not be enough.
Still an impressive 11-yard pass from Corman off his back foot, jumping out of a tackle.
Tyon Starr Jr. on the reception, number 3 for the Highlanders.
That'll be marked 4th and 3.
And I think they're bringing this punt unit back on.
Yeah, can't risk that at your own 30.
So the Highlanders get a stop, and then the Comets get one of their own. Kaiser Wilhelm back to return. Been a lot of fair catches tonight. Punt, it gets off cleanly.
Huge
Wilhelm
leg there, a little bit of help from the wind.
Is going to take it to the right side. Breaks a couple tackles. He's down at the 39. 5 minutes, 23 left here in the second quarter, as Comets find themselves in the same spot they did going into that last drive. I want to thank you again for making Mason Sports Radio your way of watching these Comets sports. Just want to say that we appreciate all of you guys who tune in every Friday to watch these broadcasts. Comet offense trots back on the field. It'll be Adesanya checking back in at running back. Schaefer waits. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Adesanya. Tries to get a bit of a push. And he's going to be taken down after a gain of maybe 2.
Spun out of a couple good hits there. Marked 2nd and 7 to start this next play.
Second down, and you think on this drive the Comets are just going to try and take this to the half. You get the ball going into the third quarter. You know, no need to really put the ball in the air much. I think you're just going to get another handoff. Yes, it will be to Adesanya. Adesanya has some room to the left side. Breaks free at the 40. still on his feet, and he gets tackled down at the 36. Biggest run of the night for Temi Adesanya, and it moves the chains.
25-yard run, that'll get you pretty far down the field. 4.5 minutes left on the clock. Gonna try and hold this one. Maybe put a couple points on the board before you get the ball back next half.
You know, every week it'll be a timeout for Oak Hills. Every week that this Comet offensive line plays together, the chemistry builds and builds and builds. It's a very new look on this offense. A lot of guys graduated, you know, most notably Ben Cravens, the center, some other guys. So a fresh look on the O-line for the Comets. And you know, you love seeing a young group like that able to get holes open like that for this running back, and because you know when Adesanya gets free, you know he's not going down on a one-on-one tackle.
Yeah, you look at the seniors that graduated last year, maybe showing you why we had a little bit of a cold start this year with Mason. Kind of a whole new look on the field with Chafin at quarterback, and he started off a little bit cold too, but maybe just because he hasn't seen the field that much.
Yeah, it was a slow start originally, but now this Comet offense is moving willingly against this Highlander defense, a team that allowed 350 yards on the ground last week to Middletown. Middletown being one of the top offenses, especially rushing. So they got 2 guys in the top 3 in the GMC for rushing yards, mainly from that win over Oak Hills. 1st and 10. Chafe in the shotgun. He's going to fake a pass. He's going to keep it himself up the middle. Flag thrown. It's going to be holding on the Comet, so this one's going to come back.
Penalty flag on the play, holding. Mason.
Another 1st and long situation for the Comets. Broke free last time.
Putting back in the Highlanders. 46-yard line.
So the ball will be placed at the Highlander 46. It'll be 1st and 20.
1st down and 20
for this Comet team. And we mentioned earlier, Braden, this Comet team wasn't getting penalized on offense much, but in these past couple of drives, it's been a bit of a different story. A couple big plays being brought back. It's the Comets.
Looking at the penalties per team this game, you'd assume that Oak Hills would be doing a little bit better than they are right now with how much Mason's been penalized more than them.
Pass to the right side. It's caught. Brandon Dunn has room. Makes a couple guys miss, and he's brought down at the 25.
A couple play cards flying out the wristbands there.
Huge play on 1st down, and that's going to move the sticks. Huge throw and catch from Chafe to Dunn.
And to continue what I was saying, that's plays like that would tell you that penalties have not been an issue for the Comets today.
Yeah, you get a penalty like that, and immediately the next play, you get what you needed to play before. So Comets find themselves deep into Highlander territory. McDaniel in at running back. Chafe, 3 receivers on the left side. It's going to be a handoff to McDaniel. And he's going to get a couple, gets a nice push as he's brought down near the 20. Gain of maybe 3 or 4.
2nd and 6 here, and you really got all the tools on the field at this point. You can command the air and the ground, and Oak Hills is just on their heels right now with Comets just gaining yards at will.
Hey, look at the Comets. Got just a little over 100 yards rushing last week. They are definitely going to be over that tally this week. Same look. Chafe is going to hand it off to the right side, and he's brought down. Great play from number 99 for this team, Gerard Harper. He's in there once again. He's made some nice plays in the backfield for this Highlander defense tonight.
3rd and 8, not an unaccomplishable 3rd and long, but need to get a little bit better field position if you're thinking about scoring.
Yeah, and after that missed kick from Max Gokul, you really don't want to try and put this ball in the air via a field goal the way that the wind has been playing, because you know Gokul can make those kicks. It's just in conditions like this. Chafe drops back, has a clean pocket, throws right side, and it's caught. Miller Reed, 1st down.
Out at the 10.
Brandon Dunn on the reception for the Comets.
That'll make it 1st and goal for the Comets.
The Highlanders 10-yard line. First down and goal.
I'm sorry, that was Brandon Dunn on that reception. Makes it first and goal for the Comets at the 10. Shea's going to hand it off to Adesanya. Adesanya tries to stay up, but he gets tackled down at the line of scrimmage.
Second and long here, but I mean, Comets are doing a great job of running that clock down. Started at 5. We got 2 minutes left this quarter.
Comets can take this clock down as much as they want. It'll be second down. Be a 2-receiver to the left. Adesanya behind Shafe. Shafe's going to keep it. Runs up the middle, has some room, gets tackled at about the 4, and it'll make it third and goal for this Comet team in a pretty manageable spot.
Jared Harper makes the stop for the Highlanders.
Look at other teams, and you'd think they got to score on this play, but for the Comets, that's not necessarily what they're thinking here. You get a little bit of a short gain here, and you're able to punch that in on fourth down, and I'd be pretty confident about that.
We take to just a minute left here in this. In the second half. As like he said, it's third down. Realistically, the Comets can just take this all the way down to the end of the half. There probably will still be a couple seconds left. Shafe gonna pump fake, rolls out to the right side, throws. Incomplete.
Almost over his head. What an attempt there. Ball just rolls out, hitting the ground.
Was looking for Brandon Dunn. Comets can't convert. And you got to think there's a penalty flag. And it's holding on the Comets. So either way, even if he did catch it, it would not have counted. And it's gonna be accepted. So the Comets get another chance here on third. Will be brought back to about the 13-yard line.
And I don't doubt that the Comets come back from this. I believe that they could put this in the end zone.
They've done it multiple times tonight after a flag, getting those yards back. Shafe takes it to the left side, has some room, looking for the end zone. He's going to take it himself, and he's tackled right at the 10. And the Comets are going to bring on this special teams unit, most likely. Gotta think. This Comet offense is still on the field.
We got 8 seconds on the clock, and it's run.
Yeah, the Comets are going to call a timeout and just let this thing go to half to get a field goal in. That's what happens. You look at the clock, 2 seconds left. This special teams unit will come out. Gokul 0 for 1 on field goals tonight. Trying to make that 50%.
Near perfect execution on that drive by Mason. Held the ball for 5 total minutes. Only thing that could have made it better is putting it in the end zone.
But either way, just a stellar first half for this Comet offense and defense, holding the Highlanders scoreless, and the best drives that we've seen from the Comets this year, period. It's the most complete that this offense has looked, and great way to do it in the first half of your home opener in front of a packed Dwyer Field. So 2 seconds left. Max Gokul and Brandon Dunn back there. Wait this kick. From about the 10, it'll be kicked from the left hash. We're going to get a whistle here.
Timeout.
And Oak Hills is going to call a timeout.
Oko's trying to get into Gogo's head right here, trying to get him to miss another one.
We mentioned 14-0. The good field goal here would make it a 3-possession game, which is exactly what the Comets want. Getting the ball at halftime as well. So you make a field goal here, you go back in the third quarter, take the first drive for 7. It would be a 24-0 game, which is exactly what the Comets would like. But it starts here with a field goal from the junior kicker, Max Gogol. He's usually perfect. 0 for 1 on the night so far. Brandon Dunn back to hold. Good snap, good hold, and good kick. That'll do it here for the first half of action here at Dwyer Field as your Mason Comets are rolling through the Oak Hills Highlanders at a score of 17-0. The Comets will get the ball to start the second half. I've been Dana Panetti here with Braden Johansson. Make sure you stay tuned for the second half here on Mason Sports Radio. Welcome back for the second half of action here on Mason Sports Radio as the Comets are up 17-0. I'm Daniel Panetti here with my co-announcer Braden Johansson as the Comets get the ball. Kickoff goes right to about around the 25. Braden, let's take a look back at that first half. Comets were just pure dominant.
Yeah, defense, huge highlight of this game, and a great kind of breakout game for the offense today. The defense has been the shining light, barely letting up any first downs today, honestly.
Yeah, this offense has had the game that they've needed the way that the first 2 weeks have gone. Schaaf will be in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Adesanya. Adesanya up the middle, breaks some tackles, and he's going to be brought down right around where he started. That'll make it 2nd and about 10. Let's take a look at some of these GMC scores. Lakota East versus Hamilton, 14 all at half. The game of the week, Lakota West and Princeton, 7-0 with Princeton in the second quarter. That game just around halftime. Middletown up 10-3 versus Coleraine, and Fairfield up 28-0 on Sycamore.
Oak Hills with just 60 total yards today, looking at the first half stats, 50 of those being passing.
Well, the Comets, you got to think the game plan here is just take these drives down as much as possible. No, you're most likely not even going to need to score this second half the way that your defense has been playing.
And Oak Hill's carrying over the trend of last week with their rushing not being a huge part of their game, with -10 last week and I think just under 10 this week.
Play
2
action.
yards this week on the rushing
to the
game.
left side, and it's caught. Won't be the first down. Brandon Dunn, a late penalty marker. Looks like after the play. We'll see what the call here is. But Dunn was short of the sticks. We'll wait this call. Looks like it might have been a face mask. And it will be personal foul, face mask, 15 yards, and that's going to keep the Comet drive alive. Braden, we talked about how important penalties can be in a game, and you had a Comets at a 3 and out, and now you give them a first down and 15 yards.
Yeah, the one thing about Mason, they've been coming back from those penalties when Oak Hills just dug themselves in a deeper hole with that penalty.
Yeah, when the Comets, when it's against them, they've been able to fire back. Could be a handoff to Adesanya left side. Adesanya has some room. Gets about 4. Tackled on the play by the linebacker Max Rhodes. Comets near midfield at about their own 46. As the wind and weather really start to drain low here at Dwyer Field.
Getting a little chilly up here.
Second down. It's going to be a whistle immediately. And it's going to be false start on the Comets. So Mason, another penalty on this offensive line. Didn't see it at all in the first quarter, and in the second it started to ramp up a little bit. Saw a couple holding calls. That time it's a false start. Just some of those mental mistakes and chemistry issues that we talked about a young offensive line can have.
Other GMC action will swirling across the scoreboard for your information.
Schaaf, gonna take it himself. Nothing there.
And game plan for the Comets this half, just run the clock down, give Oak Hills as little a chance as possible to score.
3rd down and 9 for this Comet team. Same position that they were a couple plays ago. Trying to keep this drive alive, potentially take a 4-possession game or a 4-possession lead. So Schaaf with 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen in the shotgun. Drops back, has time. He's going to step up, and Not great pocket presence there. He's taken down with a sack. It's Harper once again. He's been the guy on this Highlander defensive line that's going to put an end to this Comet drive.
4th and 12. Comets starting second half same way they started the first, with a little bit of a drive end and then a punt.
Yeah, in that first half it was a 3 and out, and practically the same, except you got a face mask call to go your way. So that punts off, and they're going to let it bounce to about the 15, probably the 17. Took a very good Comet bounce. We're down at the 16. So the Highlanders, it's a new half. You got to come into this one thinking that it's a new ball game. You're down at a score of 17-0, and you look at this team. You're the quarterback, Brady Corman. You got to just try and take these drives into your hands and get something to go. So you're kind of running out of time here.
Yeah, when you're down like this, it's hard to both fire up your offense and get your defense to hold the Comets from putting them in an even bigger deficit.
Soup catches it to the left side, has some room down the left side. He's free. He's got the breakaway speed, and he's out of bounds at the 50. There's the speed of the wide receiver, one of the top guys in the GMC. Huge play there for the senior wide receiver. That's probably the biggest play for this Highlander offense tonight.
And honestly, only one of the only big plays, which Mason's done a great job of holding. He's been a huge guy that you want to silence, and they've done a great job of that through the first half.
Something we mentioned, the Lakota East saw all of their big plays against that left side of the Comet defense, and that's what happened there on that last play. So kind of a weaker side. Woman. He's going to hand it off up the middle of the road. He keeps chugging forward.
Second and short here. And Oak Hill's coming out with a little bit of a fire this half.
It's going to be Owen Bronginger, not Max Rhodes. So first down once again for the Highlanders. Their best drive so far tonight. It's going to be a play action to the right side, and it's caught on the right side. It's going to be a first down. And there's a penalty flag down. This one's going to come back. That ball was caught by Cooper Harrison, the senior tight end. So another good play for the Highlander offense, except this one is going to come back.
Oak Hill's this drive looking to be one of their biggest of the night, and they might even put just as many yards on the board this drive as they did in the first half.
Yeah, only about 50 yards of total offense in the first half, and so far they're kind of tying that. Ball be placed at the Highlander 47, so it'll make it first down and 20 yards to go. We talk about those holding calls can be detrimental because those things are 10 yards. It makes these first downs way less manageable. In the shotgun, running back to Corman's right. Takes a snap, he's going to roll out to the right side, getting chased by some Comet defenders.
See if they mark that as caught, and they will say yes. 2nd and 12 looking like here.
It was caught by the wide receiver, Max Soup. He's really been their guy on offense so far tonight. This team is really just a tale of two Maxes. Max Soup and Max Rhodes. Although for Rhodes, it's mainly been on the defensive side. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And he's going to go nowhere. Rhodes gets stopped right at around the line of scrimmage. That's going to make it 3rd and long.
Run stuffed up the middle there. Mason Comets defense looking like they're coming back into their own here this half. 3rd and long here. See what the play is.
Highlanders find themselves in Mason territory for the second time tonight. As you got to think, every drive here needs to start getting something on the board. 3rd and about 11 for this Highlander offense. Corman has some time in the pocket, but he's going to be brought down, and he fumbles, and I think the Comets are on it. Let's await the call. Comet football.
3 for 3 on fumble recoveries. Comets running the defensive game here, getting the ball back whenever it is put on the other side.
John Hendricks, the junior defensive tackle, gets the sack and forces the fumble. So one of the biggest drives of the night for the Highlanders ends the same way that it did the last time in the first half. 3 fumbles for this Highlander offense.
And I can almost see their next practice being 2 hours of ball security.
Absolutely. You know, that's the big thing that they're going to have to hammer. It's just holding on to that football. Comets going to start with it. Play action to the right side. It's caught by Brandon Dunn at about the 39. Pretty close to a first down, but still a few yards short. And Dunn would like to mention, one of the first times that the Comets have passed the ball on first down. They've been loving the halfback draws with Temi Adesanya on all of these first downs. And you think now that you're up 3 possessions, Braden, and you're getting a little later into this game, this Comet team can start exploring the playbook a little bit more because you really don't have much to lose.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 directions you can go with this. You can do that, or you just go with what's been working for you, try and put up as much as you can, and get a little bit of momentum rolling into next week.
That ball's going to be handed off. Brensburg, or Birdsong on the carry. He's been getting some of his most action. Looks like he's probably going to be the guy in the next couple of years to be the guy in the backfield for the Comets.
Yeah, already getting playing time as a sophomore. You got a big future ahead of him.
Yeah, Temi Adesanya and Gavin McDaniel, both seniors this year, so they're already able to give Birdsong some of these looks. Could make him very well prepared for next year. He stays in the game. Schaaf takes the snap. He's going to drop back, has time in the pocket. Pocket collapses a little bit, rolls out to the right side, throws it downfield, almost intercepted.
Both hands on the ball. I just don't think he went for an attempt there going out of bounds.
Yeah, that ball. And it looks like we might get a roughing the passer. And it is. So another penalty against Oak Hills. They are just shooting themselves in the foot right now.
Yeah, every single big play on defense, it seems like, is going back to the Mason Comets way with all the penalties being thrown on the field.
Jan Boda, the sophomore defensive back, number 29 there, made the stop. But it doesn't matter as the Comets get 15 free yards. The second time this drive. Already saw a face mask that kept this drive alive, so the Comets are kind of just getting so many freebies. It'll make it first down once again from about the 21-yard line.
After that penalty, Comets knocking on the door to the red zone.
The spot they've been in most of tonight. Schaaf's going to drop back. Looks to throw a pocket, collapses, screen pass to Birdsong. Has some room, and he's tackled at about the 16.
And I mean, most repetitive game all year. We keep talking about it, but Mason Comets holding the ball again. I mean, this drive's going on forever, and they wouldn't have it any other way. Not giving the ball back to Oak Hills, not giving them any opportunity.
Comets break the huddle here for this second down. Schaaf, he's going to look to throw, steps up himself, breaks some tackles, and he's down at about the 11, near the first down. We'll see if they give it to him. No, it's going to be just short, 3rd and a couple inches.
And the thing you got with Schaaf is you don't have just a guy who will hang around in the pocket or one of those guys that'll sprint out on every pass. He'll kind of read the field, and he's able to run and charge through a couple guys if he needs to.
Yeah, he's really kind of came into his own the last 2 weeks on using his feet. It's probably a big thing that Coach Kastner and this Comet offense were hoping for. 3rd and minimal. And it drops the ball on the snap. Schaaf does recover it, but a 3rd down goes to waste as the Comets are just kind of pretty likely to bring on the field goal unit. See what Coach Kastner wants to do. And in my opinion, I think you just take your 3.
Yeah, I mean, just keep stacking them on the board. Make this game out of reach.
And that's what they're going to do. Field goal unit does come onto the field. Gokul's 1 for 2 tonight. Well, obviously, he's going to have the leg for it. It's if he can play to this wind. Good snap, good hold. Kick is drilled.
Yeah, with the sun going down, that wind died down a little bit, and Gogol has taken advantage of that. Perfect on his last 2 kicks.
I mean, Braden, I would love to see Max Gogol taking some pregame kicks from like the 40. I mean, the leg on this kid is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I mean, going up through the soccer pipeline, deciding to stay with football as the varsity kicker, I mean, that kid's got a leg on him. He can drill it from just about any place on enemy territory.
So that'll make it 20-7 here in the 3rd quarter. We look at the time remaining, just about 2:25. The Comets took down almost all of the 3rd quarter in their 2 drives. You know it's going to be a good time in the locker room after the film study this week. Is going to be a lot more smiles than frowns. Maybe a little opposite than the last couple of weeks, but you grade this Comet game, it has to be right around an A.
Yeah, and a lot more happy students going home with this one.
You can hear the energy in the black hole. Gogol kicks it off. It's returned by Oak Hills. Has some room up the middle. He gets to, looks like the 40.
Huge kick return there. And again, that's Max Soup taking the kick return as always. He's coming into this game with 28 yards per kick return. Been able to silence him a little bit tonight.
So now, Braden, we say it every time. It feels like this game's starting to get out of reach the way that this Mason defense has been playing. But if you want to stay in this game and you're Oak Hills, you gotta put 7 up. You can't put 3 on the board this drive. It's 7 or nothing if you're the Highlanders.
Yeah, I mean, after a couple touchdowns, a couple field goals, you got to put up 3 touchdowns at this point to get even to the level the Comets are on, and you got to do all of that within a 4th quarter at this point.
It's going to be Soup. He keeps himself, throws to the right side. No one there. Ball sails out of bounds.
Soup and Cornman seeming like they're switching a little bit of time there, taking a little time at the quarterback role.
Yeah, they like to run that Wildcat style look when it is Soup in the backfield. Naturally a wide receiver. So that'll make it 2nd down. As Corman stays. Just backs into the backfield. It's going to be an RPO to the right side, and it's caught. It's going to be a 1st down, a lot more in the speed.
Flag down on the play.
Reception for Oak Hills. He's stopped on the play by Colin Young. Penalty flag on the play.
It is a penalty down. You would hate if Hero kills for this one to come back. It feels like all of your big plays have been brought back by penalties. And it looks like it might be on the Commons. No flag. They're going to pick it up, say no foul. on the play action or on the RPO to the right side. So Oak Hills this half, they've had more of those explosive plays to the outside. It's just if they're able to execute. Be first down. Let's see what they draw up. Corman in the backfield. It's going to be a play action to the left side. Same thing, but to the left side this time. And he's brought out of bounds at around 30.
And Oak Hills seemingly figured it out that run is not going to do it for him this game. They got to go to the air a little bit more, even if that's the screen passes and the RPOs that they're going with right now.
Will be second and short for this Highlander offense. Soup in the backfield. He's going to throw it over the middle. Contested ball, but it's caught, and it will be the first down. It'll be Startion Jr.
Jason Lewis makes a stop for the Comets.
So Oak Hills, that was Soup once again having that throw. It's like it seems like every time he's in the backfield, it's either he's keeping it or he's throwing it. He will stay there in the backfield. It's what's been working this whole drive. He's going to roll out to the right side, looking deep downfield, and incomplete. Good coverage there.
Locked down defense right there.
It's a nice defense from the Comets.
Just under a minute to go here in the third.
So he was going to take it himself up the middle, and he's met immediately by Comet defenders. So it'll be Alex Brown in there on the tackle. That'll make it third and long after a loss of 2. The Colin Young was in on the coverage there on that pass the play before. First time that we really saw Oak Hills take a deep shot. Soup stays in at quarterback. He looked to throw it, throws it over the middle. It's tipped and it's incomplete.
Flag down on the play.
Potentially roughing the passer, and it is going to be roughing the passer. So the Highlanders had one of their own on Mason's offensive drive, and the Comets do it once more to them. It'll give them an automatic first down. And where you thought that you got a stop, you let this drive continue and put this shutout in jeopardy.
Yeah, penalties a driving force in this drive, giving them about 20 yards at this point and giving them a couple first downs on what should have been thirds and fourths.
Potentially the last play of the quarter, 14 seconds left. Shotgun. Soup takes it. Looks left. He's going for the end zone.
Out of his hands.
Pass.
Unbelievable.
That pass falls incomplete.
I mean, couldn't have thrown a better pass. I mean, the corner of the end zone wide open in the bread basket and just tips off the hands, bounces over his head.
Great throw there from the primary wide receiver, Max Suit. Just unable to come down with it. It'll make it 2nd and 10. With 7 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Highlanders trying to stay alive here in this Comets home opener.
McWinanzi kicking himself for that one. Just might have cost his team out of 6 points. And intercepted!
Intercepted by the Comets. The 4th turnover.
Kaiser Wilhelm, one of the big guys on the Comets tonight. Huge play there. Just drawing all sorts of turnovers on defense, keeping them out of the end zone. Yeah, you'd love to see that.
He had one in that Gahana Lincoln game, and he gets his 2nd here tonight. Comets forced their 4th turnover. And just this Comet defense, you gotta love what you've been seeing. 2 seconds left here in the quarter. Comets will take this last play of the quarter, but how about this defense? You let Oak Hills take their best drive of the night, and then you respond back with the interception.
A cinematic end to the 3rd quarter. I mean, all sorts of momentum headed into the 4th. The Comets have this one all but put away.
Adesanya will take it, gets a few on 1st down, and that will be the end. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter here from Dwyer Field. Comets make a huge stand on defense and cause a turnover. We go to this break 20-0. Stay tuned here for the 4th quarter here on Mason Sports Radio. Welcome back for some 4th quarter action here from Dwyer Field. The Comets get a big stop on the interception by the defensive back, Kaiser Wilhelm. It's going to be second down for the Comets.
Second down here. Comets trying to stay out of their own end zone here on the goal line.
Hand off to the right side, and he's going to get a few. Adesanya gets maybe 4, as that'll bring up 3rd down for the Comets. They just try to get out of their own end zone.
Over the Comets 7-yard line. 3rd down and 6.
Ball will be placed at the 7. It'll be 3rd and 6. Comets line up. Adesanya behind Schaaf. 2 receivers to his right. He's going to drop back to pass. Rolls out to the right side. Throws. And it's complete. Tristan Newhouse on the reception. Will not pick up the first down, however. It will just be a few yards short. So Kaiser Wilhelm and this punt unit will come back on.
If you're just joining us here in the fourth quarter, you have missed a good one. 20-0 Comets here, and somewhat of a breakout game this season for a new Mason team.
Yeah, the offense and the defense both have been spectacular tonight. Wilhelm gets the punt off. Great punt. And ball's on the ground, almost bobbled up. It was Javion Hendricks, who was maybe a split second away from forcing a fumble there.
And that would have been the 5th takeaway for the Comets. But, I mean, hard to do a lot of complaining when you have 3 fumble recoveries and an interception, and it's only the beginning of the 4th.
Yeah, the Comets picked off the Highlanders 5 times last year, and they're about to get to the same turnover numbers, just on a lot more fumbles this time. Highlanders will take over at their 46. And a drive last time, Braden, where it looked like they were going to break the shutout. Instead, Kaiser Wilhelm jumps the route, and now the Highlanders are just looking for anything. First down, throws it to nobody.
Thrown behind them, and didn't even look like he saw that coming. Intended target was Mikwinanzi, number 7, but, I mean, just threw it right behind them.
This is a miscommunication on first down. I think the Highlanders are just going to keep this one in the air the whole drive as they realize that they do not have much time left. Come out for 2nd and 10.
If you're a member of Angus Cleaning Company, we have a offside on the move for you.
Soup in the backfield. Pass back to pass, throws on the left side. That one once again incomplete.
A lot of lockdown pass coverage now that Oak Hills has gone to a little bit of more air game.
Something to know, we have not seen much of the junior quarterback Brady Corman this half. It's really just been the senior Max Soup that has been getting most of these attempts in the air. And now they find themselves in a 3rd and long. And it feels like you have to convert. Comets show a cover 3 look. Puts one in motion. Soup throws to the right side and underthrows his receiver, Kane Powell, the senior wide receiver, just a little short. It'll be 4th down, and the punt unit is going to come onto the field.
Could not find the right throwing power of that drive. I mean, you had one pass that's behind a dude, one over, and then one right in front of a guy. So, no catchable passes that drive.
Something that the Highlanders are going to have to work on this week in practice. Max Rhodes will punt once again for this Highlander team. Gets it off. Wilhelm there on the return, calls for a fair catch, and he'll take it around the 30. A little bit of pushing after the play. Braden, we now reach 10 minutes left in this game as the Comets look like they can, they kind of already have, but really just take their foot off of the gas and just try and get this game over with, as they will move to 1-2 on the season, 1-1 in the GMC, in a game where me and my co-host on the Comet Sports Talk, Isaac Vargo, mentioned 1-2 is a lot better than 0-3. So it's big boost of momentum next week as they will bring in Hamilton for 2 home games in a row. Schaaf has some time in the pocket. He's going to roll out to his left. Pocket now collapses. Launches to the left side.
Oh, man.
Beautiful throw, but it was not able to be brought in by C.J. Kastner. Just a beauty of a throw from Ashton Schaaf.
Yeah, coming off of this game, there's not much that you can hit on that you're saying we got to do this a ton better. You roll into next week playing Hamilton like this, you can see yourself going 2-2. I mean, just keeping it on a roll will be the focus for next week. Momentum from this game.
This pass you see some of the greats make. Unfortunately, wasn't able to be brought in. Schaaf gonna throw it once again. Throws over the left side, and he had his receiver Kastner there, but just way overshoots him.
No one within 10 yards of Kastner.
Yeah, if he's able to connect on that, we're looking at a 26-0 game right now, Braden. But after a beauty of a throw, Schaaf misses badly, and that's going to lead it to 3rd down. Kind of surprising that we saw the Comets put the ball in the air on 1st and 2nd down when you're up 20 with 10 minutes left in the game. You would think that they just take this clock down with either Adesanya, Gavin McDaniel, or there's sophomore running back Birdsong, who's gotten a lot of usage tonight. Schaaf gonna give it number 80, not much.
Short gain there on 3rd down. Set up a punt situation. Completed pass to Kastner there.
4th down and 4 at the Comet 36-yard line.
It was Martin, the sophomore receiver, got the few. But this Comet punting unit will come back on. I would like to mention a lot of sophomores have been getting some playing time tonight. You know, being a 20-0 game, you're able to get some of these underclassmen some time. You know, we saw it a lot last year in the Coleraine games, things like that. Good punt, it'll be fair caught.
And in a game like this, why not just spread the feelings all around? Get every single grade involved. Every single person on the team should feel the momentum coming off this game.
Yeah, some of your guys who you know are going to be leading this team in the next couple of years, they're able to get some playing time to get a little more acclimated to the varsity level. Most of these guys playing lots on JV, you know, they like to get under these Friday night lights.
And Birdsong looks like he's already acclimated to that.
Shows you how good of a running back room the Comets have. 1st and 10 is going to be a handoff up the middle. Nothing there. Going to be Johnson on the carry. Ernest Johnson, the sophomore running back for Oak Hills. Not much of Max Rhodes today in the run game. It's really just been him on defense.
Oak Hills figuring out after the first half that running it up the middle against this Comet defense just isn't going to do it.
A loaded front 7 that it is. 2nd down. It's going to be play action. Soup runs to his right side, and it's going to be caught near the 1st down marker.
On the reception,
That looks like 3rd and 1. So we'll probably see a nice running play from Oak Hill, see how the Comets respond.
Yeah, here's where you take your big guy, Max Rhodes, and just say, get the 1 yard. Keep this drive alive. As we now look down 3rd and 1, 7:45 left in the game.
This point for Oak Hills is just damage control. Put some points on the board and try and stop the bleeding a little bit.
It's going to be a quarterback keeper with Soup, and he has some room to the 45.
He throws it!
And the Comets say they have it. What a nightmare this could be if they turn it over once more, and the Highlanders do bounce back on it. Another fumble. This time, unlike all the other ones, the Highlanders are able to fall on it. So we'll move the chains. It'll be 1st down for the Highlanders. Soup just a poor job tonight of ball security. He's going to drop back, looks to throw, throws over the middle, a beautiful one, and it's caught. first down and a few more. It's Powell, the senior receiver, over the middle. Nice little high point throw there from Soup.
Great execution on the pass there, threaded it over 2 guys on defense over their head, able to put that right on top of his receiver.
Highlanders get on the ball quick. Soup looks to throw once again and was looking for his receiver number 7 there, but that one falls incomplete.
Falls incomplete on the coverage for the Comets, Cameron Hunter.
Looked to be into double coverage. Cameron Hunter, one of those backs. So 2nd and 10. Trips receiver look to the left side, 2 to the right. A 5 wide look for the Highlanders. Soup drops back, looks left. Now he's going to take it himself to the right side. Jukes back up to the middle. He has a bunch of room, and he's just going to fall down around the 14. Kind of hesitated on the slide, just kind of fell on his own.
And at some point, that's been the issue with the quarterback keepers. They have not slid once, and they have ended up with 4 forced fumbles out of that.
Yeah, just trying to get those extra yards that you really don't need to risk for. This time in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. And we're going to get a pre-snap flag. It'll be false start against Oak Hill, so they will go back.
First down and 15.
Only a 5-yard penalty, so it'll be 1st and 15 now for the Highlanders. Ball will be spotted right around the 18-yard line. The Highlanders likely to keep this ball in the air. So it's been somewhat working this drive. Soup drops back, looks right side. He's going for the end zone.
That's going to be pass interference.
Flag down in the end zone. And you're right, Braden. This one's going to go against the Comets.
Pass interference on the Comets.
Those one-on-one shots in the end zone can be a defensive back's nightmare.
Yeah,
and
that just ended up pushing off of him, made him fall over, and that just no way you could go without calling that.
So an automatic first down for the Highlanders puts them to 1st and goal from the 9, as this shutout once again in jeopardy. 6 minutes and 16 left here in this 4th quarter. The Oak Hill student section, the loudest they've been tonight. Refs have a little conference.
Soup having a little trouble here in the sideline.
Dwyer Field is roaring for this 1st and goal. Soup is going to take it himself up the middle, and it's going to be a flag. Or no, it's going to be a timeout.
Just jumping off the sideline there, trying to get noticed by the ref.
It's going to be a timeout against the Comets.
I don't know if you guys could see that. He was all the way out on the 20 mark, just jumping around, waving his arms, calling for a timeout.
Things you got to do as a head coach. And a loud atmosphere like Dwyer Field can sometimes be hard. This Comet defense in a bend, don't break, look now. Although the special teams for the Highlanders have been great this season.
Anyone interested on the Lakota East Hamilton game, we've got a tie at 24 in the 4th quarter. Might want to keep an eye on that one. More GMC.
Trying to get some more of these GMC score updates for you. 7-3 Princeton, the Vikings still up. So both teams come back out for this first down after the timeout. Super Lone.
Flag.
Another whistle.
Looks like a false start.
False start. Oak Hills.
Oak Hills will be sent backwards.
Yeah, we talked about this black hole definitely getting in the minds of this Oak Hills offensive line.
I appreciate the enthusiasm.
So now, ball be spotted at about the 15. Black hole just as loud as they were a few seconds ago. Two receivers to Soup's left. He's going to motion one to the right. And it's going to be a throw there to the right side. He has some room. He's close, but he's going to be marked short at the 1.
About as close to that pylon as possible without being in the end zone.
He's not going to bounce by Jimmy on Hendricks. Good one. Oak Hills first down and goal.
It'll be a goal line formation here, first and goal.
It's a shutout on the brink of being broken here by a solid drive from the Highlanders. Comet defense has been big in moments where they've needed it. Handoff up the middle, has to break free, and he's tackled down. Javion Hendricks gets in the backfield and takes down Max Rhodes. A huge play there from the Comets, and that'll make it second and goal.
All right, huge time for Comets defense right here. Taking all the way from the 1 back to the 6. Keep pushing them back. This should look good.
Highlanders just trying to end the game off on some sort of a high note. Comets trying to keep a shutout alive. Second down. It's going to be a play action. Looks for the end
That pass is
zone.
blocked. Caught by a lineman.
How about a lineman being in there? We always talked about every lineman's dream is to catch a pass. Most of the time it's not the actual play.
Jeremy Bader. One interception for Oak Hills.
So that'll now make it third and goal for this Highlander offense. The Comets making a huge push here at the end, trying to keep them out of the end zone. He's going to roll out to his left, has the angle, throws end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Highlanders.
Highlanders put a little on the board before heading home. And anything can happen in 4 minutes. Comets got to stay on that accelerator, try and push that clock down.
So the shutout is broken. A little bit of a low spot for this Comets defense tonight, but still a great game both ways from this team. They'll come on for the extra point to make it 20-7. High snap, good hold, a kick is up, and it is good. So the Comets will likely just run the rest of this clock down if they're able to put a few first downs together. So the Comets now lead 20-7, and you know, Brandon, we talk about realistically the way that the Comets have been playing. It's still likely just fully in favor of the Comets, but anything can happen. It's only a 2-possession game now, 4.5 minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, Comets usually got a time of possession of about 5 minutes, so let's see if they can keep that trend going with this possession, just put the game away now. Both teams headed home with something to be happy about, at least after that touchdown, but Mason's first win of the season, they'll be over the moon and just ready to head on to next week, try and make it 2-2.
Look at some of these next week games. The Comets will take on Hamilton. And then Oak Hills, their next match will be against Coleraine at home, so they get to go back to their home stadium. And it's going to be an onside kick. The Comets are there. He is hit hard, but he does hold on to the ball. The Comets recover the onside kick.
Might be a call for targeting right there.
Yeah, it looked like he led with his helmet. That's one of the hardest hits that you'll get.
Kaiser Wilhelm might need to head to the tent after that one. I'd want to get checked out after that hit.
But a great job from Wilhelm to hold on to the ball there. Comets will start with the ball around the 50.
And nope, he's just headed for a drink of water. He'll be back out there soon.
There will be a personal foul against Oak Hills.
Targeting.
And it is going to be targeted. So makes the situation for the Highlander defense even worse. So the Comets will start in enemy territory.
And that puts the Highlanders over 80 yards on penalties tonight.
First down and 10, Mason.
Every time that the Comets have started in Oak Hills territory, they've punched it in for 7. You think if they do that again this drive, this game is officially put on ice. Let's see what the Comets can do. Schaaf takes the snap. It's going to be a keeper, and it is read perfectly by the Highlanders.
Starting to get a hold of the option game. Comets have been running maybe a little too late in the game, but very well read play by the defense there.
Fletcher Kenlow right there read it beautifully. Wasn't fooled at all by the fake. You just see him now knowing how good Ashton Schaaf can be on the ground. It'll be first and long, or second and long, very long for this Comet offense. So it's going to be a handoff to Gavin McDaniel, but it will be a false start. So the Comets go from a few states over to about a Midwest to California land away from the first down marker. Ball spotted at about the 48 first down marker, all the way at the 27-yard line. Definitely not the drive that the Comets were expecting. Second and forever for this Comet team.
I mean, but hey, it's running the clock out. We got 3 minutes left there.
It's to the left side. Gets one
Some
down.
stiff
McDaniel pushing a few guys to the ground. Will be tackled down by Anthony Young.
It'll be third down and 20.
We got a ticking clock here. 3rd and 20 for the Comets. A little bit of yardage to pick up, but crazier things have happened.
McDaniel stands behind Schaaf. The receiver to his left, two to his right. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. McDaniel looks for a hole. He'll be taken down around the 45. The Comets will take this one back to Kaiser Wilhelm in the punting unit.
This drive will end at 4th and 17, and the Kaiser Wilhelm will be on to punt it away.
4th down and 18 for the Comets. Timeout, Oak Hills.
Timeout called by Oak Hills. Just about 2 minutes left in this game. Like we said, Braden, anything can happen, but Oak Hills would need a huge play to even get in a spot where they can kick another onside kick, then recover it, and then try and either tie or take the lead. But this Comet defense, number one, has been able to hold them all game. Another GMC update. Coleraine battling with Middletown, 16-10.
And Hamilton and Lakota East still deadlocked at 24, fourth quarter.
Highlanders will come out for another drive. Got 7 in that last one. Has a chance to make it a one-possession game here with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left. I think if you're the Highlanders, you're probably going for a deep shot. So you want to be on the field as short as possible. Wilhelm punts it away. Pick it up at the 10. So we'll see what this Highlander offense can do.
Oak Hill's got 2 minutes to cover 90 yards and then try and get another.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you exit the stadium this evening, we would appreciate if you pick up any trash in your surrounding area and deposit it in the green trash receptacles. We thank you.
Trips to the right side, 5 wide, empty set for the Highlanders. Soup drops back, he's gonna fire it down the left side and it falls incomplete. Was looking for that go route on that far left side of the field.
Yeah, and every time he's been going for that recently, he's just thrown it short.
7 down and 10.
Soup has not been the most accurate today. Second down now for the Highlanders. Drops back, has time in the pocket. He's going to step up himself and he's going to run it. Alex Brown forces him back into the middle and he's met by a couple guys, including Nick Cravens and Noah Dowers, to bring him down after just a gain of a couple.
Daniel, we got a minute and a half left here tonight. Give me a couple highlights from this game in your eyes.
It's been just a very well-balanced game for this this Comet offense, and the defense just forcing so many turnovers. Four fumbles forced, 3 recovered. I mean, they have just been lights out. Had the shutout going until last drive, and then Ashton Schaaf just having another strong performance, especially in the air this time. He's had a few big-time throws. Had that touchdown to Miller Reed in the first. Just overall, just a very well-balanced and great game from this Comet team. Will be first down for the Highlanders. Soup drops back, looks to throw. He's going to take it himself once again. Still looks to throw. And
nearly intercepted.
Yeah, both guys battling for it. Neither able to come up with it. It's Kane Powell he was looking for. The two-way player has been on safety and wide receiver so far tonight. But Oak Hill, they just haven't been able to convert on some of these throws. Second down and 10. Soup drops back. Steps up in the pocket once again at the left side. Throws it deep downfield. It's going to fall incomplete once again.
3rd and 10 from the 21. This game's just about 1 minute from over. and Mason's just ready to put this one away.
Third down now. 1:12 left to go. Has a clean pocket, throws to the left side, has his man and misses him once again.
Soup and Mikwinanza just not clicking at a lot of targets, but just not many completions on that end.
I'll make it fourth down. Obviously, this this Highlander offense is going to stay on the field. Potentially their last play on offense here. Drops back, looks to throw. Has some time in the pocket. He's still going to scramble. Launches it over the middle, and it's intercepted. Second interception of the game.
Darren Knotts comes away with that one.
The junior Darren Knotts with his first interception at the varsity level. The junior defensive back is able to come up with it, and that's going to put this game on ice as the Comets will come out and just kneel the ball a few times and send this one home.
Soup just wanting this one to be over. He was about to get taken down, just throws one up, and it goes right to Darren Knotts. Had to dive forward, but there was no getting in his way there.
Offense comes back out to close this game. 57 seconds left as they line up in victory formation. We'll have to kneel it a couple of times. Use the play cock. Chafe. Drops to a knee as this clock ticks and ticks, as the Comets are just a couple seconds away from improving to 1-2 on the year, getting their first win tonight here in this home opener against a GMC rival. It'll make 11 years of Comets defeating Oak Hills, 11 years straight. They line up for the second kneel. Chafe takes a few steps, and that will do it. Both teams line up at the 50. Clock expires, and the Comets take this one 20-7 in a game where they were clicking on both offense and defense. We'd like to thank you for listening here on Mason Sports Radio. For this game, I'd like to thank our crew tonight. I've been Daniel Panetti with Braden Johansson here on the call with me, Trevor Rose and Alyssa Feinblatt on directing. So we want to thank you guys for watching. Juliana Fisher as well doing another camera. We thank you guys for being here with us tonight. Comets improved to 1-2.